do see something along those lines to maybe put Tiger on a little bit of ice, maybe scare him a little bit. But who knows? Maybe this is going to be a 3 and out. Maybe Tiger already has Vortex read. Maybe he already understands the game plan moving in. But right now, Vortex has the map control. He has the axe in hand as well. All he has to do is hit enough attacks to get Tiger into the orange to put the pressure on him right here and just get those edge guard scenarios.
Seen those 90-degree chain dodges coming out from Vortex, but in the in-game chat, I don't even think Vortex... Oh, that clash is going to be a yellow KO for Tiger. Even before that, going into this, I don't think Vortex was very confident in himself because he was saying, you know what, Tiger, you can have ones. Me and Reaper are just going to get the 2s win, okay? Tiger didn't respond to it, but I would be willing to bet he's fine with that, and he's going to look to clean this one up quickly. Already has the lead here, but in comes Vortex. Gravity cancel side signature just out of nowhere. One jump height up, that gets the KO. Vortex only in the orange, so this game is far from lost.
Vortex looking for another aerial. The down air is coming out right now. The ground pounds, those windmills, looking for the hit confirmations, and there, Tiger converting into nearly a KO option, but not enough damage to confirm the KO off the top. And so now weapon throw, Vortex looking for the way back up. Weapon throw from Vortex, and the side air, I believe, might just be enough to get back to stage. There it is. Vortex looking for a side air. The neutral light coming out. That could have been a real hamper on Tiger's approaches here, but Vortex having so much damage, the recovery right off the top is going to be enough to take the stock off of Vortex. One stock left on Vortex in game number 1, and Tiger has the advantage right now, going off stage, trying to survive just a little bit more.
Sidelight, inlight coming out from Tiger. I can't believe he wasn't able to pick something up there with that neutral light right over the corner. There's another neutral light. Weapon toss goes back, picks up the bow. Falling side air misses. Vortex starting to stay away from some of these moves, but a D-light, in-light, true option, another neutral light, adding insult to injury. He keeps going with these weird weapon toss pickup immediately into a signature. He did the down sync before. We just saw a neutral signature. GC side heavy. Tiger is going to end that stock with a ground pound.
A simple option, just going to find that opportunity as Vortex tries to make his way back to the wall space. And that short wall space means he has a lot more distance to travel in order to get back there, especially from the lower reaches, the lower vertical reaches, like from under the stage. So that was a very advantageous opportunity there for Tiger to just confirm that first game and just clean it up very nicely. Game number 2, we're going to see he is going to be swapping, not Tiger, I should say, Vortex is going to be swapping over to the Nash pick, banning out all these maps, leaving Enigma. Great Hall is going to be the option that we're going with here. Tiger sticking to the Koji, of course, and Vortex going with the defense stance.
That's going to take 1 out of dexterity. Going to give him 2 decks. The 2 decks Nash, the 2 decks Shovel Knight. Not something we see too often, but it doesn't seem to be a problem as he opens up, cranking that back just like Soulja Boy, throwing it out, hitting it onto Tiger. But weapon control is heavy-handedly going to be in Tiger's favor. That's something he's been prioritizing this entire set.
Good defensive options coming out from Vortex right now, avoiding a lot of the damage and approaches from Tiger. Tiger slowing things down to follow up those same movements as well, not trying to overextend and get caught out by a counterattack from Vortex. But right now, Vortex doing a really nice job at just avoiding some damage and just confirming hits after hits in order to get... Ooh! I don't know what that option was, but Vortex was right there to punish.
I think Tiger expected maybe more of a bounce off this stage. A very interesting choice coming out for him. It seemed that he was very confident in it, so it's maybe something that has worked for him in the past. I've never seen anything like that hit before. Vortex going to find that easy dare, falling side air from Tiger, has Vortex on the edge. The dare misses, Vortex avoiding it. On the stage, going to go for the Nash special of the down signature over the corner, gets immediately punished.
And already getting back into the mix. Tiger making the approach. Neutral Light on the other side. Neutral Sig trying to read the high option. Not going to connect that either, as Vortex does make his way over to the opposite side of the stage. Now the slide, the ladder combo, almost finding the second hit confirmation into the recovery. Unfortunately, that wasn't going to be the move to find the KO onto Tiger, but the side air from the hammer is going to be the option. And hey, as long as you find something, that's all you really need. You just got to find the stocks. It doesn't really matter how you do it. If you just use hammer Sair over and over and over again, and you just spam side sigs, as long as you find the stock, I mean, you're good.
Seems like the hammer might be the play for Vortex going into this. He's doing a much better job of keeping it even, actually here in the lead against Tiger, punishing a lot of Tiger's whiffs, specifically with the hammer down air. Nice neutral air, reaching up behind and above. The down signature to get back on stage. Also another popular Nash option, stomping around that corner, stomping to the beat, stomping on the soft platform, stomping all over the world. See if he finds the stomp into the KO option that I'm sure he's looking for.
Side air, even with a bounce off the stage, is going to find that KO. Even though the velocity coming out of that side air was halved, it doesn't even matter because Tiger had so much damage built up on him. Now this is Tiger's last stock in this game, so if he does take the fall here, it is going to get all evened up, and Vortex is going to tie the set. So Tiger does have to be a little bit cautious here as he moves forward. He does have the advantage in the set, so he can technically afford to lose a few, but I don't think he's aiming to lose any at all right now.
He's gonna clean up that.
He's not playing around.
Nice side signature. Yeah, he's. I think he's ready to take this home. He's gonna take this game and one more game. Vortex gonna maybe pull out of that ground pound a little bit early, but not early enough. Tiger edge guarding with that side air. Sidelight from Vortex. A lot of movement coming out from both players. Side air from Vortex. Is he gonna clean this one up? He took one game before. Can he do it again? And he cleans it up with a ground pound, a guaranteed ground pound, as Tiger didn't have hardly any more movement options to get away from it. Had to get over to that wall, and Vortex takes it.
And that's good. That might be his one game. Maybe he takes another one, but the Nash pick was looking really good. The control that he had with the recovery and the down air, being able to just scoop Tiger up right off the ground and pull him out of a spacing where maybe he had sword and he couldn't use a grounded anti-air move that he could use with something like bow, where he could use like a dash neutral light to cover some aerial space. We're going to see a little bit of a different map selection here. Well, going back to more of a classic, I should say. In the Mammoth Fortress, we're going to lose those platforms. No more tri-plats right now. And Vortex, with a nice map control to start things off, is going to just take that hammer and start things off, deny another weapon, and go right into the spear pickup. And another one.
Yeah, even though on the loading screen you see Nash loading in with the ladder in his hands, of course that's a spear. And even though Vortex started this game off with the spear, he's hammer. Like, he is hammer all the way here. He'll pick up a spear when it happens to be the only weapon in front of him, but he has immediately switched off multiple times over onto the hammer. That's where most of his luck has come from. That's where most of his play is centered around. The stocks he's able to grab, the damage he's able to get is like all hammer.
Well, he's trying to use the spear for right now. There's no weapon spawns on the field just yet, and he's probably not going to find any anytime soon. Going for that weapon throw as a bait, and he is going to find the recovery off on the other side using the spear falling down through the ground as a little bit of coverage so that Tiger can't find a way below him to try to take him off the ceiling. Tiger is going to find it, though, the recovery right off the top, right off the downlight. So this is going to be a little bit of an equalization here for Tiger's sake. And Vortex actually doing a really good job at keeping a little bit of a lead. But that string there, those reads, the combos coming out from Tiger with the bow, actually bringing this back into his favor. And now Vortex being put back on the back foot. One more time. Ooh. Real solid options for Vortex, though. He's actually making this incredibly close.
Ooh, that ground pound's going to take away that stock lightning fast, though. When you get hit by a bow ground pound when you're in orange, God forbid red, you're going to be in a bad spot. Likely going to lead to the KO, if not an immediate edge guard, a simple edge guard to finish it up.
Weapon throw coming out from Vortex. Yep, and Tiger, of course, looking for that weapon pickup, is going to find the sword. He's going to try to cut him up, slice him a little bit. Vortex, though, nice movement here. Good stop combo. Reads into those scoops, trying to get Tiger into the air, get a little bit of air control on the Tiger. And now the side air, pushing Vortex off to the side. One stock left right here. Tiger having the advantage, the advantageous position. Not going to find the hit, though. Vortex coming into the middle of the stage, looking for a scoop right off of that platform, hovering right in the center.
Ooh, that spot dodge didn't lead into a punish from Tiger. He might have not been quite confident that he had the timing ready for it. This could be another game going the way of Vortex. He took one before, it looks like, and he does take two here. We might see the reset from Vortex. We're staring at it. We're looking at it. Courtesy of this Shovel Knight Nash pick from Vortex.
Doubling down on the Vortex and getting double the reward in 2 wins to 1 in the last time in the winners finals. One more win and he gets the reset. He gets the opportunity to finally put the pin in Tiger's just absolutely dominating performances that he has had in the 1v1 scene in Southeast Asia. This could be very well the upsetting of Tiger in the 1v1 scene. Something that we have not seen, I think, ever. So this is a time to watch. If you are just here for the viewer rewards, you might want to aim your eyeballs at the screen for a little while.
This could be major Brawlhalla history here in the making. We have seen people beat Tiger in tournament sets before. It's a very rare occurrence, but it happens. We'll see what happens this game. Vortex again starting off less than a 30-second stock going into this, and a very confident stock as well. Continuing his pressure onto the edge guard. Tiger immediately answering back.
Absolutely dirty, though. Vortex finding that KO 25 seconds into the match with just an onslaught of just perfect reads, and using the sheer strength from the hammer and just Nash's stat pool to find that KO early on. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff. I know he was memeing around a little bit in the beginning of the match in the in-game chat, saying, you know what, just give Tiger the win in the 1v1s. But right now, he's kind of making this work. Ooh!
Yo, I wouldn't even say kinda. He's definitely making this work here. Avoids the down signature, picks up the grounded nair. Stomp side air. Vortex, almost a full stock lead here. Tiger now staring down the barrel of a bracket reset.
Somewhere he hasn't been, I think, ever. I mean, if he has been in a bracket reset against anybody, I guarantee you it has been only a single time. So he has a reputation to uphold, and Vortex has a reputation to crush. So Tiger has to be very careful. Vortex looks like he might have been getting a little bit of that ego coming back. We saw him stutter stepping a little bit after he got that really early kill on a Tiger. So I wonder if he has changed his tune completely, and if he's now confident that he can confirm this reset in his favor. Ooh! That would have been absolutely devastating if that down sig hit, and it was just frames away from connecting.
Tiger finding the priority that he needed there to keep himself alive. He is in the red. Spear coming out for Vortex. Oh man, that was close. Dodging right through it, just barely. Tiger keeps himself alive, has the axe in hand. Neutral light to start it off. Weapon toss. The dodge comes out from Vortex. Neutral light doesn't connect. Down light from Vortex doesn't connect. He's looking for the KO option. Raw side air, and that is going to confirm it. We have a bracket reset. History has just been made. Even without the Vortex W for the tournament, history has just been made.
This is something that we have never seen. Is Tiger finally taking some form of an L in a tournament? Now it's, of course, not over. This is the reset, so they have to go through it one more time. Vortex taking that down against Tiger in the grand finals is huge. And now they're going to go right back into it, of course. Miami Dome is the map that Vortex is going to go with. Tiger now sticking with the Koji. Of course he is, because this is the pick that we always see him use. Just always selecting this Koji as his pick of choice. And right here on Miami Dome, we're going to see it maybe come to fruition, and maybe we're going to see an end of an era with Vortex taking this down.
Yeah, Tiger swapping off of the Brent back to the Koji, not unexpected here. It worked for him more previously than the Brent did. He's been doing D-Light dares a lot, and dares into recoveries quite a bit. That seems to be something that is very important in the way he plays his sword, which I think is something that not a lot of other players on sword will focus on. You'll see the occasional D-Light dare recovery or a D-Light dare gravity cancel neutral light, but not as often as Tiger is going for.
Going for some aerial options. Vortex able to find a lot of hit confirmations here. Weapon throw from Tiger, though, going for the down air, and that's going to be side air as well. There's the neutral light. That's going to confirm the KO. I don't think there's anything he can do to get back. Ooh, the dodge does come back in time, and Tiger, going into a very unfortunate position and now getting stuck on the wall. Going way, way, way too deep. A little bit of an overextension there from Tiger, and just positioning himself close enough to Vortex's weapon throw so that he was able to avoid getting hit by it and just barely getting the turnaround. I don't think that was good for Tiger at all. Even though he did find that KO in the back end, he took so much more damage that I don't know if that overextension was worth it at all, already losing that stock.
Weapon toss is coming out. Vortex, of course, going to stick on this hammer. He's gotten so much mileage out of it so far. He is a little bit behind in damage here. About 50 damage points behind. Chase dodging might be equalizing that up very quickly. Nice little string coming out from this hammer. This hammer's so good.
It is real clean. It is Mr. Clean. Just soaps and suds and everything in between. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but I'm glad it did. Vortex with the approaches now, with the weapon throw into another hammer pickup. He's been setting these up because he knows this is where his dominant presence is right now. And Tiger trying to find some aerial moves, some pickups here. Very nice approach from Vortex, going for the hard read on the side stick. Not going to connect it, though, although I have no doubt that that would have been a very early KO, especially here on Miami Dome. Looking for another option here, perhaps another side stick coming out. Not going to find another connection here, and it is going to be another miss coming back onto stage. Tiger looking for an approach. That's going to be the side air, throwing Vortex off stage. Maybe a weapon throw enough? No. But the ground pound off stage will be enough. And now Tiger having a little bit more of an advantage right now, having a little bit of space to work with. Stock currently in the orange, on the cusp of finding that danger zone, and Vortex backing off is going to be a position Tiger is going to need to favor here, starting off in the grand final reset if he wants to have at least a little bit of comfort, knowing Vortex won't just 3-0 him.
That hammer spawn coming in at the perfect time for Vortex. Nice spot dodge into the side air. But all of the moves that he was finding connections with before when he had the spear were just dares. And they were on-stage spear dares. Those aren't going to be the KO options you're looking for. But in came that weapon spawn, in came the hammer, in came the KO potential, and he found it almost immediately. Still just a little bit behind Tiger here. Nice neutral air. Backs up, goes for the gravity cancel D-Light. Punishment, neutral air from Tiger. Taking more and more damage. That D-Sig put Vortex in the red. Turning this around and taking game one would be a huge momentum swing into Tiger's favor. D-Sig from the wrong side of the stage.
Weapon throw is going to save him from the ground pound coming down on his head, though. Weapon throw is going to spawn. Vortex trying to go for it. He's going to get picked off. There's the down air. Tiger finally taking that W back after a huge run from Vortex. I think that was a 3-game win running through the first part of the grand finals to get the reset. Now Tiger finally finding another win here, and if he can just continue this on, he can find that grand championship title for the autumn championship. However, this could go either way. Vortex did dominate Tiger in that first part of grand finals, so it could end up being a complete upset, and like you said, Sparky, history in the making.
Now he is swapping over to the Xavier Woods, to the Bodvar pick. Now can, of course, carry over that hammer that he's been playing so well so far, but over to a more meta pick. Going to pick up that sword, throwing away the spear, and we'll see what he's able to do here against Tiger. I expect it's going to be good things. Definitely a more effective signature kit. We could see those just cheeky, like, wake-up sword D-Sigs. Those could be a nice option from Vortex, because we know he is down to throw out some crazy signatures, some off-the-wall ones that you don't expect in big moments for the big play. So something like a GCD sig on sword could be a difference maker for him.
Kind of surprised, though, he did switch off the Shovel Knight Nash, because it was incredibly successful. It was the tool of the trade that got him into the reset to begin with. And it was still, even though he took the loss there, it was still incredibly effective and almost got him a win right there. But what an amazing read. This can't be understated by Tiger with the gravity cancel neutral sig right off the top, floating above that stage to get the earlier KO.
Don't take Tiger to Enigma. Don't do it. If you're queuing an SEA and you are around Tiger's elo, you ban this map. Well, first of all, it's an awful map and nobody should ever play on this map, but you should also ban it because you might queue into Tiger and he's nuts. He might get the 30-second stock on you. Vortex still staying in this, only has about 50 damage on this stock when he takes the first one from Tiger about a minute into this game. So a little bit of a 30-second answer coming back. See what he's able to do with this hammer. You see Tiger kind of staying away from him just a little bit. In comes the unarmed recovery, grabs the bow. He was able to control so much of the stage with this bow, just backing up where the dash jump nairs come out.
Good movement from Vortex to avoid a lot of the approaching attacks from Tiger as well. And the stomps doing just so much work in Vortex's court. Recovery coming out. It's going to throw Vortex a little bit into the sky towards those platforms. And Vortex with the weapon throw, swapping over to the sword pickup. The gravity cancel down light coming out, and that's going to be another down light Sayer over for the KO. Taking the advantage against Tiger right now, throwing the pancakes into the sky. A little bit of a breakfast celebration. I wonder if they're chocolate, blueberry, or just plain with a little bit of butter and maple syrup. Maybe we'll find out later, but the weapon throw coming down actually hits Tiger on the way down.
Vortex playing low on that wall. Oh, just a raw ground pound from Tiger. Just one quick one real quick to take out that second stock from Vortex. Weapon spawn coming in. Vortex is able to grab it immediately. Goes for the side light into the turnaround down air. Let's see what Vortex's sword has in store for Tiger here. Going over, retreating to the soft platforms, floating very high. Tiger just completely controlling the ground, controlling the middle of this stage.
Vortex finally picking up that hammer again, charging up a very big side sig, not going to connect it. Another side sig coming out. Tiger making a very careful approach across the stage. Weapon throw, no follow-up, very careful. Do not get caught out by a stomp right there. Is going to lose the sword, though, taking too much damage and knockback in order to hold on to that any longer. And now no weapon against Vortex. He's going to go over, trying to deny the weapon. Weapon throw onto Tiger. Oh, that was a very close stomp. That would have most certainly been the KO off the top. But, oh, he thought he had the KO, went for the pancakes, didn't have the confirmation there. Tiger's still alive and both players in the danger zone. This could go either way, and there it is, the side air from Vortex confirming the KO onto Tiger as he gets taken out, tying the set 1-1 in the reset.
This is the most challenged that Tiger has ever been in his career. Like, it's no light statement that we say this is Brawlhalla history right here in Southeast Asia. The fact that we're in a reset, the fact that it's tied up, the fact that Vortex's hammer is doing so much work. We're going back to the dome.
And that is also going to make it a little bit different here, going against Tiger and Vortex. Of course, Vortex having, I want to say, a little bit of an advantage, just the tiniest bit, because he has that hammer and because he's able to get a little bit more damage as well. A lot more knockback, especially off those side airs, some of the side sigs, and a few of those signature moves as well. He can find some pretty early KOs, but it looks like Tiger may find an early KO of his own. Goes really deep, really unnecessarily. You got to be really careful of those, because if Vortex does find a hit, he could potentially dash his way back up to the stage. I think he was a little bit too deep there, but you never want to risk it when you have those guaranteed moments.
Man, spot dodge D-Sig on Koji's bow is such a scary option. It's so good. The hitboxes on that move are insane. Being able to just spot dodge and then throw it out in one direction or the other. It covers stacked, it covers in front of you. It'll hit aerially as well. That is such a good option.
Vortex with a nice option there to get Tiger off stage. Weapon throw from Tiger, trying to read the higher option, and that's not going to connect. Side air is going to find the KO, and that is going to be Tiger taking stock number 2 off of Vortex, and Tiger just looking peak Tiger right now. What we're used to seeing, this SEA king just absolutely dominating the field right now. 1 stock left off on Vortex. Tiger still not even in the danger zone here, but that doesn't really matter because this is Miami Dome, and those blast zones are very close, and Tiger is going to be taken out very quickly from that SIG.
Ooh, Vortex putting some huge pressure on a Tiger here. The fact that this is like classic Tiger that we're used to seeing, it's interesting that it's here in game 7 and not in game 1. The fact that it's taken him like 7 games against Vortex to really wake up here in this grand finals.
And that might be a little bit of an omen going into future tournaments as well, especially the 1v1 side of things. We have seen Vortex take things down on the 2v2 side where with Reaper, where they have beat Tiger and Jerry K. 1v1s don't seem to be out of Vortex's reach, and even if Tiger wins the grand finals right here, the next one we might see more of an improvement from Vortex, and that might be the one where Tiger ends up finding the victory. Something to consider. And there's another stock.
Just barely getting through the ground pound. That might have spiked, might have killed over the corner onto Vortex. He's going to have weapon control here. Going to open it up, throwing the sword away, getting the hit on that. Weapon spawn comes in right for Tiger. Stomp sidelight. Neutral air turns Vortex red, sends him high. Tiger looking for more juggle. GCD Sig for the KO. Tiger now going up 2-1 in the set. Only takes one more victory for Tiger to interrupt all the momentum that Vortex has on his side. Game 4 in the reset. Game 8 total between these two in the grand finals. Last set that they met before grand finals, it was 3-1 in Tiger's favor. He wants to take this here. He wants to minimize the impact in history that this has on his career. Taking a set off him, that's history, but that ain't nothing like taking a tournament off of Tiger in Southeast Asia. Now over onto the Crystal Temple, those two really low soft platforms. Vortex is going to start off with the sword here. Getting just a little bit of a lead here for Tiger. The D-Light almost reaching over on the edge. The down signature. I don't know how he has so many tatami mats below him. The property destruction coming out from Tiger must be racking up those high numbers. Side air. Weapon toss going up. Dodge already came out. It was just a simple ground pound right along that wall. Vortex able to get back onto the platform. Has the hammer in hand. His more popular weapon. His more successful. Side air. Tiger over on the corner. Vortex not going to go over for the edge guard. Just maintaining stage control.
And the approach right now from Vortex with the hammer, trying to get a little bit onto Tiger. The side air coming out, looking for that first KO. There's the scoop. It bounced off the wall. Actually, he's going to cut that velocity in half. And that is this backward slide charge from Tiger to find the KO, the uppercut onto Vortex, taking that first stock in a big reversal. I actually thought Vortex was going to take that first stock, but the opportunity that Tiger was able to convert into that KO was massive.
Vortex floating really high, doesn't want to really initiate too much. He waits like as long as he possibly can. That sider for him came out on the wrong side of the stage, but he's able to clean it up with the recovery over on that short right-hand side wall here on the Crystal Temple. Ooh, the double side light and a neutral light has now evened this up. Okay. D-Light into the down heavy coming out from Tiger. Wanting to breakdance in celebration for hitting that D-Light.
Ooh, a very long slide charge reversal from Vortex, looking for that down sig. It has a long reach, so it's not a bad option, and Tiger wasn't able to close that gap through that hitbox in order to punish the move as well. So Vortex on the way back now, holding onto that ledge guard, the side air coming out, and a little bit of trying to reverse Vortex off the ledge with the down air. Weapon throw is actually going to find a connection here, and using the down sig to try to find his way back to the stage. Unfortunately, that does cost his dodge, so no recovery there, no dodge to get that wall touch. That was his last option. A valiant attempt, but not a successful one, unfortunately. Now Tiger looking for a KO right now. He has Vortex in that danger zone. He just needs a neutral sig, a side sig. I don't know if it's a Tommy Mat will do it, but some of the other options may have enough force behind them. But Vortex getting so much bonus damage in this second stock is not spelling anything good for Tiger.
Tiger's looking shook here against Vortex's hammer. It has a lot of flow to it. A lot of unanswered hits. Tiger finally gets the KO, not too far behind, but a good amount of damage still was done. Weapon spawn coming in. It is going to be the sword. Maybe not the weapon that he wants. Maybe it actually is the weapon that he wants. See the D-Light recovery coming out up on those soft platforms. There's the D-Light dare. Tiger was looking for the reset, but the side sig came out from Vortex. D-Light side air. Vortex is evening this up. We're going to game 5 in the reset here in Southeast Asia.
And this is the first time. I know we've said it a bunch. I know we've said this is history in the making, but we are not joking. This is serious. Tiger has never been in this position before. He is game number 5 right now against an opponent in grand finals reset. He has lost the first side of reset, or the first side of grand finals. This is the first time Tiger may be upset in 4 years at least. I mean, this is enormous. Ever since the first BCX, when we had one member from each region make their appearance at the first BCX, Australia had Kyler Alice. South America had Kreutzberg. I don't know if anyone even remembers who that is anymore. And now we have Tiger. You know, he's been the representative for Southeast Asia ever since that point. And now, if Vortex finishes him off right here, that is absolutely insane. And I don't think it's what anyone expected. I know both of us had that prediction that Tiger was going to win grand finals. Tiger did take the early stock right now, and it's very, very little damage. So the possibilities are endless. Tiger could end up still taking this at the last second on the cliff edge, in the corner of the square, the squared circle, whatever you want to call it, of the ring. This is Tiger just fighting for his life.
Is Tiger going to be the king of Southeast Asia, or will Vortex be the Tiger King of Southeast Asia? Getting back onto the main platform. You see him chase dodging all the way to the right side. Use the side air to get back to the main platform. Tiger continuing this lead, has a very hefty lead. Neutral light coming in, another neutral light coming in. Goes for the D-Light side air. Oh, almost finished it up with a side air. Neutral air coming out. Clash!
Perfect spot dodge from Vortex to avoid the downlight. Almost taking Tiger off the top of the reversal there from the recovery. Tiger's recovery is going to find the KO off the top onto Vortex. And Vortex now looking for a weapon here. Tiger with a little bit of a punish, forcing off stage. The recovery throwing Tiger so far away, allowing for the spacing and the little back off. Oh, the double ground pound. That is going to do it. Tiger is your autumn 1v1 SEA champion.
It is crazy that Vortex took it that far, all the way to game 5 after the reset, and then Tiger pulls out a 3-stock. Out of thin air, out of his pocket, to end everything just like that, keeping his basically undefeated career in singles intact. Vortex does get to add his name to the list of people, and it's a very short list of people who have taken sets off of Tiger in tournament.
I mean, what more can be said? But Vortex could be in the next